everybody, and welcome back to It's Only Food with Chef John Politte. Today we are going to be teaching you how to cook eggs and flip eggs without having to use one of these. Cue the music. Alright, well, thanks so much for watching. If this is your first time joining us, please do me a favor, go down, hit that subscribe button, and then hit that little bell to be notified each and every time I upload new videos. Alright, well, you clicked on this video to watch me show you how to flip eggs without using a spatula. So let's get into the basics of this first. Let's go into the equipment. And what you want to do is you want to get a nice non-stick pan. It does not have to be an expensive one. You can go to Target or Walmart or any convenience store that sells these and just buy a nice one as long as it says non-stick. You don't want to wash it with a steel wool, of course, because you'll scratch it up. But you can also go to thrift stores and look. If they've got scratches in it and they look beat up, you don't want to buy them. But most likely you can find what you need at one of these chains of stores, and you do not need to season these really, because I think they're just ready to go. You want to get a nice Teflon coating or Silverstone coating in there so that your food will not stick to that. Second of all, you get your oil or your butter or whatever you want to use. I'm going to use in this video, I am going to use olive oil. Now, I don't want to get into a big contracted deal with this. I've gotten scolded before on this with the oil that I use in my egg video, which I'll put right here, shameless plug. But you can use butter, you can use oil, grapeseed, vegetable oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, olive oil. You can use butter, whatever you want to use to keep your eggs from sticking to that pan, transfer heat, and add flavor to your eggs. Use whatever you want. You can use motor oil for all I care. This is a video about technique, not about what kind of oil to use when you're cooking your eggs. So just let me be clear before you start commenting down in the comment section about what kind of oil I should have been using in this. That's where I'm coming from, okay? Like I said, you're not going to need one of these because we're going to show you how to flip the egg in the pan. You may need one of these, and you'll see why in the video. All right, all we got to do now is cook the eggs. All right, before we do anything with the eggs, we're actually going to show you a practice on how to get the technique down with your wrist. You're going to use a piece of bread. This is what I was taught with as well. And basically all you're doing is you're learning to roll that piece of bread over into the pan. You're not doing like trying to throw the egg up in the air like that, like this, because that would make a mess. What you want to do is, it's all in your wrist right here. And you just want to get that flipping action over. You just want to roll it over. That's all it is. It's hard to do with bread now that I'm used to eggs, but you don't want to try to throw the egg up in the air. You just want to roll it over. And you do want to do a rocking motion as well to get that back and forth motion, so you can just do that. See how that worked? Just get that rocking motion back and forth and then just flip it over. All right, get these crumbs out and let's start cooking some eggs. All right, once you see that your oil is not sluggish in that pan anymore, and you can get it all over the pan, that's when you want to drop your eggs in. And you want to make sure that you don't hear a whole lot of noise when you do this, because if it makes a lot of crackling and popping and splurting and spitting, you got your heat on too high. You don't want to burn the outside rim of this egg here, because that doesn't look nice and it doesn't taste nice either. And the texture is kind of gross. Unless, of course, you like that. That's fine, but I'm trying to show you how to cook restaurant-style eggs. So what we're going to do now, I'm just going to kind of go in a little bit on these so we can talk a little bit more about the egg cookery. And your pan, you want to make sure you're not getting any spots that stick. And that's where the spatula comes in. You want your eggs to be able to move all around the pan without sticking anywhere. Like this, you see how they're moving very gently. You just want to roll your eggs to make sure that you get them at the 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock position with your handle. So when you flip them over, you're not trying to flip them with the 6 o'clock and midnight, you know, 12 and 6, because then you might not flip one and the other one will get flipped, and then you got a real problem on your hands. So when the inside of the egg gets a little color on it and it's not opaque anymore, you go ahead and just flip them over. You don't want to start rolling them around because you want the egg to set a little bit first. You don't want to do this after you've just flipped them. You want them to set a little bit, or else you're going to get some funny looking eggs on that side, over medium, over easy, however you make them. But that's all there is to it. Now you can do the same thing. Roll it around in your pan. Flip it again if it doesn't come all the way. See, we rolled it around a little bit, and you get that. I'm going to back out of here a little bit and you can see the flip. I took pictures of our breakfast that we had this morning with some hash browns and toast. I'm going to throw those in this video right now with some really groovy music. Enjoy those. When we come back, we'll close out. First of all, thanks a lot for joining us. This was again an egg video on technique. It was not on egg cookery. So if these aren't over medium or over easy or basted or however you thought your expectations were for this video, this was all about technique. It was about how to flip eggs without using a spatula. Again, buy yourself a nice pan. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just make sure that you treat it with respect when you wash it. Don't use a scrubber pad on it or anything like that. Just wipe it out, a little hot soapy water, and then of course rinse and dry it off. Keep it wherever you want, but just don't stack other pans in it because that will scratch it up. Use whatever oil you want to use. Again, I'm not advocating a use of any kind of oil or worried about nutrition or health in this video. This is again about technique, about how to flip an egg. So butter, oil, margarine, whatever you want to use, it's cool. Practice with your bread. Flip that bread or whatever you think would be a good idea to get that rocking motion and the wrist flip to get that bread to fall, to flip over. Remember, 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, get those with the handle so you can just flip them right over and they come back at you and land. Otherwise you're going to have an issue with one egg flipping over and one egg maybe staying where it was, and it's going to be an up and an over easy. So I'm going to ramble on, I'm sorry, but I hope you liked this video. Take care of yourselves. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with everybody you know. Thanks again for watching. This has been It's Only Food with Chef John Politte on how to flip eggs without a spatula. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.